Awesome. Let's go for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live on Monday Night Mayhem. Last week we had a break because Bellator wasn't that interesting to talk about. So we are back here and we have Suman on camera. That's great. And we have Frank Barca, even though not on camera, but we still have his lovely voice to analyze the fights tonight. So how are you guys doing? Let's start with Frank. Frank, how about you? What have you done for the past few weeks?
Gee. It's been busy, man. It's a hectic time. You know, life in the 10th planet system is it's go go go. There's no time to waste. So lots of training, lots of classes running. You know, everything's getting moving forward. Every day we get stronger. Every day more people are coming, inquiring, and joining the school, and it's blowing up, man. It's a busy time for me, man. There's lots going on, so I couldn't be happier.
That's great, man. How about you, Suman? I heard your fight's just been cancelled for this week.
Yeah, man. The opponent pulled out. No idea why, really. Him and the promoter, I think, didn't come to an agreement. I think it was more money than anything that they didn't agree on. And the money that he was getting paid to fight was pretty good, so I don't know why he would. I was fighting for free, so I don't know what he was complaining about.
Oh,
But
man,
it's a bit of a shame, you know. If like usually I would say I don't like to fight for free and things like that. But man, I'm right now I'm at the point where I'm gonna fight any opportunity I get. So he was offered near $1,000 or over $1,000 even, and still didn't take the fight. He said that he wanted a bit more, and I could understand why the promoter didn't agree with him. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But hopefully on the 20th of June, I'll have another opponent lined up. His name is Mark Hedges. He's actually the grappling coach at PMA Padso Martial Arts. He's actually Robert Whittaker's grappling coach and one of his MMA coaches. And he's a really good MMA fighter. He actually beat one of our best fighters. It's the only loss our fighters had. Muhammad Alavi, he lost to this guy, and Muhammad's a national champion wrestler, blue belt in jiu-jitsu, state kickboxing champion, and this guy dominated him for 2 or 3 rounds and got a decision out against him. So hopefully I can jump in and change that around and get a win for our team over him.
All right, man, that's great. Looking back at UFC 173, it was a hell of a card. Unfortunately, I woke up only in the middle of Daniel Cormier versus Endo. So most of the fights I didn't get to watch. But Frank, any prelim cards or lower cards that you have watched and that have astounded you for UFC
Absolutely.
173?
Well, absolutely. Look, with the names, look, I don't have it in front of me right now, but I can't remember the names of all the undercard fighters. But there was one guy, I think it was the first fight. He was in trouble the whole first round, at my recollection, and then he was getting dominated. Then he comes out in the second round. He's caught against the fence, bottom side control position. He uses the fence to wall walk. He underhooks his left arm and pops out the back, which is called the ghost escape. And he puts him in an upside down das, which what we call is a mas. And he choked him unconscious. Was it Aya Quinta? I think it was. Alaya Quinta?
Yeah, he choked out Alaya Quinta, Mitch Clark.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Suman. Cool, man. Cool. Look, I apologize to everybody for not keeping up with the names. Listen, man, it's so crazy these days with the amount of fights going on. So if you can help me through and jog my memory a little bit with the fights and the names, that'd be greatly appreciated. But generally speaking, I saw the entire card. Also, Tony Ferguson was super impressive, man. Yep. He came out. Tony Ferguson's one of our boys. He's a purple belt in our system, mate. He reps like a beast. Like no one reps like Tony Ferguson for the 10th planet system in the UFC, that's for sure. And he came out and he did an incredible, he put a real clinic on this guy. I mean, this guy came out like a classic karate dude. I mean, Suman, did you watch the fight?
Yeah, man, real awkward to deal with. And he actually...
he tagged him a few times, man. He tagged him a few times.
But that's the thing, you know, that awkward style can sometimes throw you off and get you caught. But it was good. Tony kept his composure and eventually found his target.
Yeah, he did. He composed himself real well, and he had him on the ground. He actually set up his mask. He couldn't seal the deal. He had him in an armbar position, couldn't seal the deal. Got back up and thought, what the hell, I'll just throw some bombs, and he did, and he landed some great shots, and his head movement set it all up completely. He like balked to the inside, balked to the outside, came out with a right hand and a left hook. Dude, it was just epic. I think it was a left hook or a straight left. I don't know. Either way, it dropped him on his ass, and that's where he stayed. It was a great fight by Tony Ferguson. And you can just see, you know, I'll be really surprised if I see Tony in the prelims on the next card that he's on. I really do. I think Tony is a dark horse. I think he'll be fighting for the title sooner than people actually expect. He's electrifying, man. I mean, he won the Ultimate Fighter series. I can't remember which one it was. Was it 13 or 7? I can't bloody remember. 15. There you go. And he was impressive then. El Kakui's a real deal, man. His hand speed, he's so fast. He's hella fast, man. His hands are just incredible, man. I love watching Tony. I mean, he's a friend of mine as well. I know Tony well, and his camp, Casey Halstead down at Costa Mesa, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu down there. They put him through his paces there. I know Tony rocks up every single Tuesday, I think, and Thursday night at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu HQ with Eddie. So Tony's man, he's pushing really hard, man. He also wants that brown belt real bad too. So obviously that performance is going to push him forwards closer to that part of his dream. So I'm sure with you know, tightening up some screws there, and I'm sure he'll be a brown belt before you know it. But Tony's the goods, man. He's got all the elements to take him all the way, and we're very, very, very excited for Tony, and we're excited to have him on board with us. That's for sure. I'm sure there was some other fights, prelims. I don't know, man. Would you believe it, Muhammad? I was hoping that you would have seen the card to tell me which one you wanted to hand select to talk about. And oh man, I can't believe that. Suman, come on, help me out with the prelims. Is there anything else you can jog my memory with?
Yeah, man. We had Chris Holdsworth, who.
Oh, dude, how good was his jiu-jitsu? Oh my God, dude.
He's
okay.
a black belt. So he's a legit black belt. They're saying, man, he came in and Chico is a tough guy. He came in and just controlled Chico, you know. I don't know if Chico having Pat Barry in his corner is the smartest thing, especially you've got a guy who's a grappler who's coming to tap you out. But Chico's always game as well, but Chris Holdsworth came in and just dominated.
Yeah, man, and I got to tell you, Suman, you know what he did over and over that was super impressive? The way that he passed Chico's guard, the way he passed his guard, he would fold. We call it, the way we set it up is called a chest pass. What you do is you rock the knees to the left. So imagine you got butterfly guard, right? And you rock their knees to the left. They're going to want to pull their knees to the right. When they do, what we do is we sprawl right on top of their knees, and then we start pinning that top leg down with one of our shins. We call it a staple, or a staple gun. And then what we do is we wait for them to move, and when they try and square up, they pull you into full mount. And Holdsworth did this, I don't know, maybe, I think I counted 5 times at least, and we call that the BJ mount. It's like a BJ Penn version of how he loved to mount. How he would push up to top half, and then he would beat that top knee, and then that would just pull his hips over into full mount. So we call it the BJ mount, but that was very impressive. Dude, he was slick. Man, he was slick.
Yeah, bro, but talking about the butterfly guard, I remember a fight, Jose Aldo with Ricardo Lamas, and Lamas liked to do that butterfly guard, but Aldo always get caught up in his mount in the end. Is that a weakness in the butterfly guard?
No, not at all. Are you kidding me? Oh my God! Go try and get off Eddie's butterflies, or some of the top guys in the system. Their butterfly guard is retarded. We're setting up submissions every second, you know.
It depends on how you use it. Butterfly guard's really, really effective for sweeps and controlling your opponent and submitting. Butterfly guard's a really easy position to go for things like heel hooks once you're elevated and things like that. You know, I think it's a real dominant position if you know how to use it. You know, yeah, some guys probably shouldn't use it as much as others, but yeah, once you've got that butterfly guard intact and you can understand your opponent's leverage as well as your own. It's a very, very strong guard to use, and especially it's a really good guard to use for MMA, especially.
Well, it's an excellent clinching guard. I mean, there's a few things that are going on for you, right? First of all, in the butterfly guard, you're hiding your feet. So if you're up against a Paul Harris type of cat, then obviously you're going to have a lot more protection because your feet are going to be inside between the thighs, and they're going to be grounded on the floor, and they're going to be pushing up on the inside of their thighs. So you're always messing with their base. You're always messing with their balance. You guys getting this?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so and also if a guy's really good with a toe hold, man, you can't be sitting in Z guard and MMA. You get your face punched in. That's number one. Number two, that rolling toe hold is that's right there for the taking. So you want to play lockdown. You know, if you're clinching, you want to be clinching tight, protecting your head and whatnot. But you got those butterflies. And another thing that we use for the butterflies is to start messing with your base and your balance, so we can start, like Suman said, we can sweep. But another thing we can do is we can set up our rubber guard. So what we can do is once we get you to post. So I'll give you an example. If I've got a collar tie with my right hand around your neck, which is on the left side of your neck, and I've got the overhook with my left hand, we call this cocoon. What I do is I bump you to my left first, so you base on your right hand. Then I pull you over to your left, which is my right, and then you base again. Now I can grab your wrist and start leaning back and looking for holes to slide my legs through, what we commonly refer to as the pyramid. So it's like a clinch with the legs. It's like a body triangle. And it sets myself up for triangles or any other rubber guard I want to test without running the risk of having my legs exposed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You gotta show me, man.
Dude, well, maybe I'll put something on film for you. Would you like that, Muhammad?
Yes. Yes, I would like to see a butterfly to a rubber guard transition.
Oh, man, I've got like, I don't know, 7 million. So which one do you want?
You choose the easiest for me, man. I gotta,
All right, man,
I gotta prepare for my fight.
Oh. Hey, when's your fight, bro? When is it?
14 June. That's like 3 weeks from now. I think 2 weeks from now.
You know, that's actually the day after my birthday. So Muhammad, if you don't win, you don't give me a birthday present, and your win is the birthday present, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you myself.
Hey, listen, Mo, don't worry about it. I'll be your champion. I'll be your champion. We'll give you a chance to do one round with him, and then I'll go in and I'll bat for you, son.
Tag team MMA.
No worries, dude. I'll be there, mate. Don't worry. We'll start with butterfly guard. Don't worry.
We also we had Michael Chiesa as well, who versus Francisco Trinaldo.
Yeah.
How impressive! How impressive!
Trinaldo's a beast. You know, look at how physically big he is, especially for the lightweight division. And Michael Chiesa, everyone knows his stand-up isn't the greatest, but man, he definitely has a black belt level game on the floor. When he's on the floor, he's active, he's striking, he's passing, he's working, and he's so good at holding a position. Once he gets that mount, once he gets your back, he's so strong at holding a position. Man, it's something so difficult to deal with because he's not your average lay and pray wrestler type jiu-jitsu guy. Man, when he gets on top, he's working, whether it's strike or whether it's to pass and catch your back and mount you. Michael's working. So man, it was a real cool match to watch, especially for me. Trinaldo kind of gassed out as well, but you had two guys with pretty good ground games. You got to remember, Trinaldo's jiu-jitsu coach is Sergio Moraes, who's a multiple-time jiu-jitsu world champion. He's a UFC fighter, awesome on the ground. So I'm sure they had something like some tricks up their sleeve, but Michael was just one step ahead and dominant and working. You know, his ground game is awesome to watch for me. I love watching how he can hold, like get to a position, hold it, and work from there, man. He's dangerous on the floor, man.
Yeah, Chiesa's game is ridiculous on the ground. And also, I want to make one point. Something that Michael Chiesa does very, very regularly is pins them up, it forces the game against the cage, gets the takedown. And then what he does, he starts looking for the back with that left underhook. He puts his right hook in. He waits for the person to make a mistake. He'll either take their back or he'll go full mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Like he's not coming from, like Suman said, he's not coming from any like weak kind of jiu-jitsu background. He's coming from a high level, and to see Chiesa do that, you know what? It looked like Suman. I was a bit angry. I was a bit pissed because he looked like he was doing it easy. It was very, very hard to watch. It was beautiful. It was like pleasure and pain all at the same time. You know, it was weird for me. It was weird for me.
Chiesa does that a lot with every person he hits on the floor, and you know what? He like, I know a lot of people don't like him or don't like his style and things like that, but man, he's one of those guys you just can't count out. If you watched him on The Ultimate Fighter, this guy, I'm telling you now, going through what he went through, his father had died on like the first couple of days that he went on the show. He went back, he left to his dad's funeral, came back, and he came back and he won the show. If you've watched the fights that he has, he was getting his ass beat in every fucking fight. And he came back and he choked him out, put him to sleep, beat Aloy Quinta, beat a lot of good guys on the way, man. And killed a lot of doubters, you know what I mean? His one loss was to Jorge Masvidal, and that loss, he got caught, you know, in a submission, but until that point, he was looking very dominant. And you see on his record, even Colton Smith, the brown belt wrestler-based MMA fighter, came in and he dominated Colton. It was a great fight, but then towards the end, he just took over and made it look so easy to put Colton out and choke him out. He makes it look real simple, and that's cool to see.
Yeah, man. 11-1. He's gonna go higher.
But there's one thing I don't like to see. If you look at his record with George Masvidal, he had 1 second to go and he tapped.
Yep.
1 second to go. You know, just try, like, go to sleep. Risk it. Risk it. I know about that.
All right, moving on the main card, I saw Jamie Varner having a very bad foot injury, and there was a point of time where the doctor actually stepped on his foot.
Sorry, I'm not laughing because I'm an asshole. I'm laughing because that is the most ridiculous fucking move from a doctor ever. Seriously.
Yeah, but you know what? Have you ever met, like, I don't know about the UFC doctors, but this is
something strange.
The doctors that come to MMA fights are the weirdest
strange people.
The other week,
Very strange.
I was at Brace, and I'm pretty sure it was the same doctor that you had, Frank, when you were at Brace. I don't know if you dealt
that guy was awesome. Mate, my kid had his face smashed in 2 pieces, and he goes, yeah, you'll be right, mate, no worries.
Yeah, the guy was loopy, but he comes in. One of my guys had gotten one of my amateurs had gotten KO'd on Brace a couple weeks ago, and when he got KO'd, we came into the room after and we're sitting there, and you know, he wasn't too down about it. He was like, listen, he's a good fighter. He goes, listen, I got caught in a bad position, and that's what happens. I'm gonna be back to training, and I'm gonna do it again. I'll be fighting in a couple weeks, and I'll improve on it. So we're sitting there, and it was all right. Everything's fine, and like, he was in high spirits as well, you know. He wasn't feeling sick after getting KO. It was pretty bad KO. And then he was fine sitting there, and we're all sitting in there as a group, kind of having a laugh. And then the doctor walks in, and then he goes, oh, is Luke here? And we go, yeah, he's right here. And he goes, yeah, sweet. So he sits down with Luke, and he starts doing eye tests and starts asking him questions. And then he looks at him and goes, Luke, I need one last test from you before I can clear you to go, so you don't have to go to the hospital. I need you to count back from 100 in sevens. And now he looks straight at me. Luke looks straight at me and he goes, I couldn't do that even if I didn't get knocked out.
In fact, the whole camp couldn't probably have done that. Jesus Christ.
And then we all looked at each other and we're like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, I couldn't even do that. And he's like, I'm a fighter, I don't know how to count. and he goes, mate, if you don't count backwards from 7, you're gonna have to go to the hospital. And then he attempted to. You know how far he got? 93. he got to 93, and then he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I'm like, 86. And then just repeated what I said. And then I go 79. He goes 79. And the doctor goes, come on, I need him to get 1 more by himself. And looked at me and goes, 72?
Yeah.
And then the doctor goes, yeah, you're right to go. But he was being dead serious. He actually wanted him to count back. And I think because all the guys were in the room and we told the doctor how stupid that sounded, he just let him go.
Mate, I tell you, I'm doing times tables at training from now on, just in case my fucking guys we're doing fucking 7-7s, 49, 7-8s, 56, man. I'm gonna be drilling them. We're gonna be drilling them while they're doing handstands. I'm gonna get them doing their 18 times tables. Fuck yeah, man.
I can't go up in 7s.
We're gonna be the smartest MMA fighters on the planet.
Ridiculous.
Oh
we're gonna have number 7, -7 on their shorts.
Doctors are maybe book smart, but they're not. They don't have no common sense.
They got no time to get common sense, bro.
Oh, fuck. Fuck yeah, that was a fucking hilarious story. Okay, moving on.
In Jamie's Varner's situation, you got an idiot doctor looking at his face saying, what's wrong, mate? While he's stepping on his foot. You know, shit, I didn't even realize you hurt your foot because I hadn't been watching you fight.
Oh, God. Does that guy did the doctor have like one eye in the middle of his forehead or what? Jesus Christ.
Jamie Varner needs to give up though. I'm just
Listen,
saying.
Jamie Varner's a beast, but listen. He hurt that ankle so bad. Mate, look, all jokes aside, how courageous is that motherfucker? How
It's courageous, but it just seems to be happening a lot. You know, he just seems to be getting injured all the time. Like he's had, I think, 2 of his last 3 fights stop with an injury, and then before the Melvin Gillard fight, he pulled out because he couldn't stop vomiting.
Yeah.
You know, it just seems to be happening a lot. And you know what? I know he's courageous, and like he's had, I think, 3 losses in a row. Give him another shot, but at the same time, he just keeps getting injured. And like, how long are you going to use that excuse for?
Yeah,
I know it's so horrible and it's bad luck, but like in his situation, like it was frustrating for me to see, because before the fight, I'm like, okay, here, finally he's healthy, he's good to go, he's got no injuries, and then he does his ankle, and I'm like, man, what the fuck does this guy do in his fight preps that he's always getting injured?
Yeah.
You know, it's sad to see, because he is a good fighter, and let's not forget, he came in and upset the world when he beat Edson Barbosa. So he's got the potential to really do damage into that lightweight division, but he just seems to be getting injured all the time. That fight with Lozon was amazing. If anyone had watched it, that was an awesome fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's move on to ruthless Robbie Lawler.
Oh my god.
I didn't get to watch the fight. I read a few things. What was interesting to me was that when he got taken down, he just laughed it off. You guys saw that?
Yeah, man, I saw that, but he got taken down like clean once, and I think Ellenberger just took too many shots to the head to think, hey, maybe I should do this again, because it was effective. But one thing that's hard is to keep Robbie on his back. Once you've got Robbie there, it's really hard to keep him there. You know what I mean? You got to remember, Robbie used to train with guys like Matt Hughes and other beast wrestlers in that Pat Miletich group. Like, even though a lot of them were stand-up guys, he had a lot of beast wrestlers, and training with a guy like Matt Hughes, you're going to have to learn to get up again. And that's what he did. He got up, and every time he got up, he made Ellenberger pay for it. You know, and then it made Ellenberger really hesitate on those shots because he was so dangerous. And his movement is great. His range of being in and out and being at his punching range and just out of his opponent's punching range is awesome.
Yeah, man. But the thing is, where does Robbie Lawler stand now? He's like the number one.
He's number one.
Yep.
He's number one.
He's number one.
I don't even if it said he is number one on this or it didn't say number one, he deserves a rematch for the title shot. Let's remember, we got Rory McDonald there, who's number 2, right? I have not been impressed with his last few fights. I don't know if anyone else has, but I certainly haven't. Right?
Yeah,
then we got Tyrone Woodley. Okay, he beat Carlos Condit, but did he beat Carlos Condit or what?
Yeah,
he got
another injury.
But you know what I mean? It's one of those things. Hector Lombard for me has been impressive. Matt Brown, again, impressive. You know, but Carlos Condit's out. I don't see Tyrone Woodley getting a shot. I don't see Rory McDonald earning a shot. I really don't think he deserves a shot right now. So really, I would think it's between Robbie, Matt, or Hector. Robbie was inches close to his fight. I think it makes sense for him to fight again. If not, like, what do you do there? I think it's a 3-way. You know, I think it's a bit of a threesome in there. Who do you get to fight? Matt Brown, Hector Lombard, or Robbie Lawler, you know. When does the champ want to defend his belt? When is Hendricks looking to get back? Did he have hand surgery or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know when he's, like, expected to be back?
I'm not too sure yet. But, yeah. But actually, what was supposed to happen was Hendricks and McDonald. Then after that, there was the hand surgery, and then suddenly it's all quiet now. So the only thing that's happening in the welterweight division is Lombard and Stun Gun in Macau, August.
Awesome fight. Stun Gun as well. You got to remember, he's come off 2 impressive knockouts when he came and knocked out Eric Silva.
And John Hathaway.
To me, Eric Silva is not never going to be a champion. He has the makings of a champion for about a minute. You know what I mean? He is every girl's letdown. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He looks the part. You know, he looks the part, and he's gonna get in there, and he's got a big, we'll say, showing. You know, and he gets in there and he just can't use it. You know what I mean? He uses it for 30 seconds and then it's like, what then? You know, he's blown his whole load.
Yeah, man. I feel welterweight is a bit muddled up unless I'm hoping for Diaz to come back, but that wouldn't happen. So
You know who I love on that list? Hey, let's remember, I like Tarek. Tarek's an awesome fighter as well. I think Tarek can beat some of those guys. He hasn't really fought much. I think he's fought once or twice in the last 2 years. Has he only had one UFC fight?
yeah, with Hyun Gyu
Yeah,
Lim.
it's kind of sad because he's a great fighter as well. And you know what? A really smart fighter. He's probably one of the smartest fighters in that division. But someone I really like, or two people I really like. One, Gunnar Nelson, who's at number 13.
Mm-hmm.
Gunnar Nelson, I think, could do anything, you know. And I think it's awesome that he's training with the guys from SBG in Iceland right now. They got something going, those Irish guys and the guys from Iceland really training together, getting something good going. I like Gunnar Nelson, and I really like Kelvin Gastelum.
Yep, absolutely. Another
I think
10 kind of boy.
Yeah, Kelvin's awesome, you know, whether it's his wrestling, whether it's his jiu-jitsu, or his knockout power, man, he's getting better and better and better. And as close as the fight was with him and Rick Story, I think that he's ready for another good guy. Maybe Kelvin could fight someone like Tarek. It could make sense, you know. Kelvin's been pretty active, so Kelvin and Tarek could make sense.
All right, let's move.
Well, I haven't given my opinion of Robbie Lawler. I mean, what are you doing, man? Come on.
Yeah, sure, man. You got an
Well, am I
opinion
just
on
a,
Robbie
am I
Lawler?
just a picture? Am I just a picture on your screen? Did you cut me out of your magazine or something? Stick my face
You're a
on your
pretty
computer
picture.
screen?
You're a pretty picture.
How dare you? How dare you both?
All right, Mr. Frank, what's your opinion on Robbie Lawler?
Well, I thought Robbie made Jake Ellenberger look like a year 7 first day out in that cage, man. I couldn't believe how the freedom of ease that he just pretty much just walked through Jake Ellenberger. I've never seen anyone go through him that easily. I mean, from my recollection, I'm not sure if Nate Marquardt had a fight with him. I could be wrong. I don't know why I can see a picture of them fighting, but have they ever been together at all?
Nate and Robbie?
Yeah. Did they ever? No, that's what Nate fights at 170, right? What does he fight at 185?
I don't think they fought.
Wait, let's
Okay,
see.
I could be wrong. But anyway, look, real quick, I was super impressed with Robbie Lawler, no doubt about it. And I think he's the only man that's ready for the next shot at the title. That's my summation of it. And I thought he was so impressive. I mean, just kept going forward and just putting his hands together, and it was just beautiful, man. Jake didn't know what to do. He was lost. In my opinion, he was lost.
Nah, in my opinion, Jake is never a top contender in the welterweight division.
He's always dangerous, though, man. I mean, his hands are
Jake Ellenberger is Yushino Okami.
Ah, yes. Yeah, Jake Ellenberger is the Yushio Okami of the welterweight.
You know what? He can really beat some people, and he really upset people. And once he upsets people, and just everyone starts talking about him again, he just comes in and gets beat. He's that ultimate gatekeeper of, are you a top 5 guy? Because Jake Ellenberger, let's not forget, he is a good fighter, but I think he's just at that brink of a top 5, top 6 fighter, and that's all he'll ever be.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's like the Bispings and the Yushin Okamis. That's what I see them as. Moving on to the light heavyweight division, Mr. DC Daniel Cormier. Oh my God, that guy is a beast. Frank, let's start it off with you.
Mate, I didn't hear a word you said on that intro. You talking about Dan Henderson and Daniel Cormier?
Yes.
Dude, Daniel Cormier, let me tell you, I can't wait to see him have a crack at John Jones, man. Man, how good is that dude? My God, the things he's able to do, man. He threw Dan Henderson around like he was throwing me around. I swear to God, dude, he was just ragdolling Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson is and he's a wrestler, dude. He's dangerous off that right flank, and he's a great wrestler. Man, Daniel Cormier just played with him. Did you see that takedown into that foot sweep? Oh my God.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Seriously, that guy's got some talent, man. Talent. And his hair is impressive.
Now he put on a clinic, you know. Even though everyone knew Dan Henderson walked into that fight weighing 199, and Daniel Cormier was probably 225, 230 by fight time. man, no one's ever dominated Henderson like that. You know, just Henderson never looked like he was in the fight. Never really looked like he was gonna get off. He got dominated in the wrestle, dominated on the floor, dominated in the stand up. Just really dominant, and he got put to sleep. You know, great. You know what? It's good to see Cormier get the finish, like go for the finish. He could have grinded it out, but he had 2 dominant rounds and he saw the choke at the end and he went for the choke, which is awesome. Man, he can beat Jones.
Yeah.
You really think he can beat Jones?
Yeah, man, he can beat. His wrestling is that factor that can be. He is easily the best wrestler in the light heavyweight division.
I think he's just as impressive in his own way. Like, he doesn't have as many options as John Jones with the spinning elbows and those freaking arm breaking whizzes of his and his knee shots and his finger banging techniques to the face. Right? I know Suman loves that shit. Right?
Yeah.
Well, Cormier, I think in his own right, has his own skill sets that are just as impressive to me. To me, they are. Man, I love the got. Man, I'm sure he's got a few others as well.
Yeah, his fucking wrestling game is just too good for the light heavyweight division right now, I feel.
Yeah, man. I honestly think that he needs, like, because John Jones versus Gustafsson, and they're saying that if he waits, he's going to be waiting until 2015. He's going to get another fight. If he gets another fight, then put him in there with Glover. You know, but then where does that put Glover? You know, it won't put him back. Maybe Anthony Johnson would make more sense.
But Johnson's fighting Little Nog first.
Yeah, well, that fight doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Does it?
Oh, doesn't it? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
God, who wants to see that? Jesus.
You know what? You got to put him in with someone that I think he can beat anyone in that division. You know, I think he can beat anyone in that division. He's that good. And when you got like the heavyweight champ as your main sparring partner, you don't really have much to worry about, do you? He trains with some beasts at AKA, and he's gonna get the best from it. Anthony Johnson, someone that's gonna put him right there for a title shot. Because I wouldn't complain if I saw him fighting for a title now, but I know that Dana White won't want to make that happen because of maybe the numbers that Cormier pulls in wouldn't be as much as someone else. But I think it makes sense. But unless they want to protect John Jones.
Question for you, Suman.
Yes.
Who would you want to see Daniel Cormier fight next?
Honestly, I think that if they're gonna give Rashad Evans a chance to come back and fight for the title, as much as they're friends and they don't want to make it happen, man, we know Rashad doesn't give a fuck about loyalty and friends. He'll fight for the title. So I think Rashad and Cormier could make sense. Rashad, you got to remember Rashad's number 2. So if Cormier really wants to work his way up and get that title shot, I think Rashad makes sense. Anthony Johnson makes sense. I don't think many more people make sense really for him to beat. I think Rashad, Anthony Johnson are the 2 people for him to really fight.
What about Gustafsson? Who would you give Gustafsson the next fight to?
Gustafsson is fighting John Jones.
Jones.
It's a rematch. The rematch is on?
Yeah, it's on August.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How did I miss that? Oh, sack me. Don't ever ask me. Don't ever call me. Mate, shit. I swear to God, I'll join a geese school. I swear to God, this is terrible. This is bad. How did I miss that, man? Dude, I'm just kidding. Shut up, man. Come on, I'm just fucking around, man. I fucking love jiu-jitsu, dude. Go find someone more fucking passionate about jiu-jitsu, dude. Relax. I love the gi. I love the gi. I do.
Let's not go back to the gi discussions. But seriously, so what we have in light heavyweight is just Alex and John Jones. Then basically we have Rumble and Lil Nog. So
you know what though? Even if Cormier, if Alexander Gustafsson beats John Jones, I still want to see that fight between Cormier and John Jones.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of Jones, Gustafsson, Cormier, and Rumble. These are the 4 guys I want to see fight each other, man. Any fight between them, I feel makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the best main event ever in UFC history. This is considered the biggest upset. I feel this is a much bigger upset than Sarah and GSP. TJ fucking Dillashaw just destroyed Henan Barao.
Do you think it's an upset? I don't think it's an upset. I saw it
No
coming.
way. No way.
I thought, hey,
You
I
saw
thought
5
that-
rounds? Come on. You saw 5 rounds of domination?
I honestly did see that. But I saw more wrestling when I thought of it. I thought, man, Dillashaw's gonna mix up. Everyone's counting out Dillashaw's striking. If you watched his last fight, man, he was on fire. You know, and it just had to happen eventually. A team alpha male guy just had to win a title. It just had to happen. You know, and it was a perfect fairy tale ending to Dwayne Bang Ludwig leaving the team and winning that last title and doing it for his coaches and all this shit. Man, Dillashaw is the real fucking deal.
Yeah.
Now whether Dillashaw is going to be one of those champs to hold the belt for a while, I don't really know. But I thought that Barao was due for a loss, and I'm a fucking big fan of Dillashaw, man. He's wrestling. He's striking. I love watching him throw down. I love watching him switch stances, you know. And he looks so comfortable when he switches too, you know. He looks so comfortable. He kicks and punches from any angle, checks, comes in and out of range, and just knows how to pick his target. It looks awesome, and it was great to watch.
Yeah, TJ Dillashaw for me, man. I got to tell you, he's it was like a Dominic Cruz. It was like a blonde version of a Dominic Cruz. The way he was moving around and he was dropping his hands and he was faking the shot and coming up with that high left roundhouse kick that just absolutely rung Barao's bells. Say that 5 times after a few beers. He really mixed it up so perfectly. Mate, that was Henan Barao. I forgot that he was even in the fight by the 2nd round. I swear to God. Unbelievable performance.
Henan Barao never looked like himself. Watching him walk out, I realized, I saw it. I actually wrote my status when he was walking out. And when I saw Barao walking out, I already saw a look of defeat on his face. And I saw the look on TJ Dillashaw, man, he wanted it. I'm not saying Barao didn't want it, but I just saw the look of doubt in the face of Barao. I saw that look of doubt, and I think TJ saw it as well, and he went for it. I think now what's going to happen with the division after such a dominant win, like, man, I don't think I've ever seen a dominant championship win like that. You know, like knockouts and things aside, he won. I think one of the judges gave round 2 to
Henan Barao, yes.
Barao. I don't know how the fuck that happened, because I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Dillashaw. But what I see happening now is I see Dillashaw is the champion. Barao shouldn't get a rematch after that fight. It wasn't a close fight for him to get an immediate rematch. I think now what should happen, Dillashaw should fight Rafael Assunção.
Rematch.
Yeah, rematch. Assunção was meant to be in the spot earlier, and TJ Dillashaw took over. We know Assunção had a controversial win over Dillashaw before, so I think it makes sense to put those guys together again. And I think this, more than any time before, I couldn't care before, but I think now is the time where we need Dominic Cruz to come back.
Yes.
I think now would be a perfect time for Dominic Cruz to come back, and Dominic Cruz to come back and verse Henan Barao. If Henan Barao wants to get his chance to get in there, I think that's his way in. I don't see Dominic Cruz coming in really fighting anyone else. First off, you know, we've got Uriah Faber, who's matched up with Alex Caceres. So I don't know, that fight doesn't really make sense to me, but yeah, whatever. Go for it. Please get Uriah another win to get back to the title shot. But yeah, I really think that's what needs to happen. You can't, I don't know, can you give Dominic Cruz a guy like maybe Eric Perez or someone to come back on, or do you throw him straight back in there with Barao? Because I wouldn't complain about that's a fight that I've wanted to see for a long time. I love watching, even though he grinds out a lot of decisions. I like watching Cruz fight.
No, but
So,
but the way TJ has been dominating Barao with all his footworks, and we know Dominic Cruz for his unorthodox footworks, that would make fucking a good match. And I believe Dominic Cruz could beat Renan Barao despite the long layoff.
yeah, man, I think that's what really put Barao off, you know. So I think Dominic Cruz, Barao get in there. Will Dominic Cruz be the same? We don't know. We'll find out. But I think we're gonna in the next month or so, because I don't think Barao's gonna get back in there with a quick return. I think it's gonna be 4 or 5 months before we see him come back, and I think that would be maybe a good time for Dominic Cruz to come back too. Dominic, we need ya.
All right, man. Talking about the greatness of TJ Dillashaw in that round, but we've forgotten that Renan Barao was coming in a 31-0 win streak. I believe, Frank, you are very familiar with Barao's game, but what was wrong in that fight, Frank?
Look, I have to say, honestly, that's a really good question, and I was hoping I'd have a chance to mention this, but, you know, TJ Dillashaw's jiu-jitsu was not tested at all in this fight. He was never put in deep water, and when he had his back, when he had Dillashaw at one stage had Barao's back, and mate, he wasn't even looking to try and get his hooks in. I mean, it just looked to me that his jiu-jitsu was not on point at all, and that's really strange. I mean, it was such a dominant performance. Renan Barao, isn't he a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt?
Yeah.
A legit black belt.
Okay, he's a legit world-class black belt. It blows my fucking mind why you wouldn't have exercised the third option. Man, Eddie's been talking about this third option so much, man. I'm almost like a little apprehensive to mention it. But man, if you are not winning the striking, and you cannot get the fight to the ground with your wrestling, what else do you have? You are gonna have to have another ace, and that ace is being able to pull guard. Now I know a lot of MMA guys, oh, fucking, you're on your back, you're a bitch, you're a pussy, and oh, you're on your back, you're fucking losing. Let me tell you, man, would you rather have an arsenal off your back and never use it, or get caught and not have any answers? And never, what would you rather have, Suman? Would you rather have a fucking great game off your back or not?
Me, man, I like working off my back, especially in training, so that I've got that third option.
Right. So you understand that if you can't take the fight to the ground, you can't fucking win in the striking. You have no fucking choice but to drive on in and pull guard in some. Now, pulling guard doesn't mean pull full guard. It means pull any guard, quarter guard. You know, if you got a lockdown game, hey, don't get me started on that. Because that's designed for MMA, and it blows my mind that no one's noticing what's the matter with people. But dude, pulling guard has so much advantage. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
See, me, I don't mind being on my back and getting punched in the face. You know, and I'm very I like when someone's punching me when I'm on my back. I find it much easier to go for submissions. And
yeah, well, a good team off the back would be one that would minimize damage, bro. So let's just clarify what you mean.
I tested in training, and I'm sure that guys like Barao are on their back in training, you know. So I don't know why they wouldn't be more confident in it, because, I don't know. Like the whole pulling guard, I think it sounds a bit crazy for them, but if you're 3 rounds down, 4 rounds down, pull something out of your ass and do it.
Can I just back up a little bit? Do you remember? Sorry to interrupt. Do you remember the fight, Trinaldo Chiesa?
Yeah.
Do you remember Trinaldo did that flying guard pull in that guillotine? Dude, that was slick, man. That was slick. Every MMA fighter should have that fucking ability, man. He could have finished that fight, dude. He could have. I mean, Chiesa's a beast, but look, we're talking about that guard pull. That's a classic example of him just trying to take offense and pulling guard.
Man, if you watch Imanari, sorry guys, if you watch Imanari, when he was fighting, it wasn't even a guard pull, man. He would like throw himself at your leg and just drag his butt scoot himself all the way over to you, you know, and to catch something, you know, and he was that confident in what he was doing on the floor, and a lot of the times he caught his guys doing that. Confidence comes a long way in what you're doing. So I
that
think.
reminds me of something, man. That reminds me of something.
What?
That video you posted with Ian doing those rolling
Yeah.
Minari rolls, dude. Come on, dude. That was sick. That was so fucking sick, dude.
Thanks, man. You know what? I've been actually doing them heaps in sparring and that, and I've pulled a few off.
Yeah, are you kidding? Of course, man. There's another kid from Russia. Fuck, what's his name again? He does that all the time. He's so good. I think he's fighting Bellator again. Damn, I actually called his fight. What's his name again? Shit.
Man, watch out for Ian in the UFC, man. I'm telling you, he's got some tricks up his sleeve.
Marcin Held. Have you seen Marcin Held?
Nope.
Nah, I've never seen him.
All right, Google Marcin Held, Marcin Held, as in I held my penis at the urinal, right? Held, right? Marcin Held. Google him. You will see how many Imanari rolls to inside heel hooks that he's won by in MMA. It's staggering.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Marcin Held.
22.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Man, Marcin Held.
Yeah, he's a Polish
I think I have seen this guy.
Polish mixed martial artist. 22 wins. 11 by submissions.
11.
Submission toe hold. Submission toe hold. Submission heel hook. Submission inverted heel hook. Submission knee bar. Oh fucking hell! I must look at this kid.
Yeah, man, Marcin Held. All right, tell him I sent you.
He's fighting at lightweight. Ian Anti is fighting at lightweight, isn't it?
No, he's fighting at featherweight. I don't know why they wrote that. He's fighting at featherweight. I've seen his contract. It said featherweight. So he's fighting Daniel Hooker at featherweight. Daniel Hooker is an amazing fighter from New Zealand. Been fighting in Australia a lot. Should be a great fight. Yeah, so it will be great. Ian just went back to Thailand to finish off the last 3 weeks of his camp there, or 4 weeks of his camp there. But he'll be coming to Australia straight after that as well, again. So yeah, man, I got to train a bit more with Ian, and we did some work together. And man, he's excited and he's confident. I've never seen him this confident coming into a fight. He's extremely confident, and he's gonna go for it. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. It'll be something to watch. Don't miss it. I hope it's not on a Facebook prelim. I hope it's just on the prelim card so I can record it.
All right. Before I let Frank go, next week we have UFC Fight Night. Munoz and Jagat Musashi. Frank, who do you think will win that fight?
Again, here we go. The same situation with Mousasi, right? Suman, back me up here. It just depends on which version we get. That's number one.
Yeah, that's right.
And Mark Munoz, man, I can't even remember his last fight. So, Munoz is a bad dude. I mean, he's got awesome Donkey Kong, ground and pound is incredible. He's got awesome wrestling. He trains with a beast of killers, all year round. He's a seasoned veteran now, in my opinion. Look, he's got a lot of experience. He's been knocked out as well. Who knocked him out?
Lyoto Machida.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
I don't
both
know,
fighters
man. Look,
lost to Machida.
Yeah. Look, I don't know, man. I mean, Suman, what do you think? I have no idea, man. Okay, let me pick someone. Munoz.
I'm going for Munoz on this.
Yeah.
I'm going for Munoz on this. I think that Gerard just hasn't, even in that win over Ilya Latifi, man, he doesn't look like he wants to be in that UFC ring. He just doesn't look like he wants to go for it. But I know that's his style, to never look excited. Yeah, he just never looks excited. But I think Munoz is gonna come in there, and he's gonna do what he did to Boach. He's gonna come, start doing a lot of level changes, get him down, pound him out. I think I'm a big Munoz fan. I love watching Munoz fight because of his fucking Donkey Kong ground and pound. So I'm going for Munoz on this one.
Yeah, it's a good call.
And even though Jared Musashi is actually an Iranian like myself, born in Switzerland, I don't care. I don't like him.
Oh well.
Wow.
It's
Man,
not
there's so
just-
many people you don't like, dude. Jesus Christ, man. I think you need to.
I'm one of those,
I think you need to buy a set of Tony Robbins' fucking personal development fucking program, dude.
I'm a
Alfonso. Like, listen to that shit 24/7 intravenously. I don't give a fuck, man. Suman, listen, you may take up meditation or I don't know, man.
Suman's taking up
Chill out,
some
dude.
Kambis yoga, isn't it?
Hey, no, I'm doing Bikram
But
Yoga.
Ben Askren, you can't Ben Askren your way through life, bro. It's too much. It's too much for the physiology, too much for the nervous system.
Hey, Ben Askren is fighting, I think, this weekend, and I wouldn't wipe him with, like, I wouldn't wipe my shit with him.
Oh my God, dude, enough. Ben's my boy.
Really?
Don't worry about Ben. Don't worry about Ben.
No, I'm kidding,
Ben-
man. I don't know Ben Askren. I have no idea.
And listen, the only thing I've
got
ever
great
liked,
hair.
the only
got,
thing
like,
I've ever
legged-
liked about Ben
Legged
Askren,
hair.
the only thing I've ever liked about Ben Askren is that he actually was a human test dummy for Marcelo Garcia in a video.
Oh, you know what, dude? I'm never inviting you. If I ever get married again, I'm not inviting you to my wedding. No way. If I get married again, I ain't inviting you. Suman, you're
Why
fired.
not? I love Marcelo Garcia.
You know what? You can wait at my table. I'll make you like bring me shrimp and shit like that.
I will do that if I can
Yeah.
work my way in somehow. If Eddie,
No
Eddie's,
dessert. No
I'll
dessert.
just-
You can have coffee, but no dessert. No dessert, mate.
Thanks, man.
Nah. I'm gonna leave you there staying watching me eat that delicious apple strudel with fresh ice cream and a cherry. I might flick you a cherry, all right? Just a little cherry.
Stay away
for
from the strudel. I'll stay away from the strudel.
Oh man, you guys are funny. You guys are hilarious.
You guys are fucking funny, man. All right.
Man, listen up.
Yep.
Wait, don't be so serious. Why are you so serious all the time? Slow down.
No,
What's the rush? What's the rush?
There's no
Come on.
rush, bro. Okay, what do you want to say?
I want to ask you, how come you've been giving me the cold shoulder, mate, the cold deltoid? You haven't called me, you haven't hit me up, you leave me there, like, what happened, man? How come you didn't hit me up? We have our conversation.
You should ask Suman as well. I've not been hitting Suman up since like yesterday
Cheating.
night.
I reckon you're cheating on me, man. I reckon you found someone else.
You know what? I think he's planning to get rid of us on the show, Frank.
Oh, come on.
Listen, I hope Ben Askren and Kron Gracie takes our spot.
You know what? There's a rumor going around, right? That you want to get rid of us, and you got 2 new guys already in line for a spot on your show.
And who are the 2 new guys?
Well, I heard one of them is Muhammad Ashraf. And I heard you saying some things like, if he beats me, then I'm off the show.
Oh,
And
please.
we're fighting for us. And I heard the other one is, what's his name? Ben Liu? Mr. Water fucking jiu-jitsu. Yeah. I heard he's going to get...
Ben Liu, I know Ben Liu. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That one
Frank,
is
I know
Ben Liu.
you don't want to know Ben Liu, man.
Why? He's cool.
Nah, he's
I
water
know,
jiu-jitsu.
no.
He's not cool.
What happened?
like-
He's
have you-
MIA now.
Have you
really?
ever heard of... Have you ever heard of... Oh, he's a belt, but I'll take his belt off him and strangle him with it. Have you ever heard of water jiu-jitsu, Frank?
Water jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, have you ever heard of it?
Jesus Christ, no. Tell me about it, please. I'm dying.
I've never heard of it either, but I heard it involves something with getting in the water with your gi on and then taking your gi off and rolling.
And that's Ben Liu for you, Mr. Frank Barker.
Come on, bullshit. Are you shitting me? Obviously, you just.
No,
trying to-
I'm not shitting you, bro. This story has gone to Malaysia, Indonesia, and even on to Australia. Ben Liu is a big...
It's a big story.
What are you talking about? Have I missed
Yeah.
this? That's it. That's it. I'm buying a new corral tomorrow morning. I'm going online and I'm buying the best fucking gold-studded freaking corral ever. Damn it. What happened? Tell me the story.
Okay, I'll tell you the story. What happened was Ben Liu was teaching jiu-jitsu in some small place. Then he kind of invented this new system called water jiu-jitsu, whereby they roll in the swimming pool. And he gets a little bit too touchy with one of the girls, and one of the girls complained, and now he's running away from Singapore.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I like someone affecting the name of jiu-jitsu by doing some stupid shit like that, and like, hey, he refereed my fight. You know? He refereed my fight. Now, we know there was a lot of controversy around my fight, So, I don't know. Ben being a retard and doing stupid water jiu-jitsu things may have had a bit to play in it.
Oh boy.
But yeah, like it goes beyond that, Frank. But like a bit more than that. But I think our show's pretty PG.
Yep. Our show's pretty PG except for all the curse words, but yeah.
That's alright.
So would you like, if you see Ben Liu, would you just like do an electric chair on him or something?
If I saw Ben Liu, I'd be running the other way. Did you see the size of that dude? Jesus Christ. Hang on, mate, he'd use me like a toothpick, you know what I mean? Like in the cartoons, that big giant, he grabs the bunny, you know, Bugs, and he just picks his teeth with him. And then Bugs Bunny turns around and goes, now this means war. You know, that's what he would do to me, man. He'd fucking destroy me.
Man, you know when before our Rebel fight, we asked one of the girls, because at Rebel we were really well looked after, you know.
Yeah, they did.
You know, we had like our little helpers with us, and we're like, man, we're real hungry. And this is before our fight. We're like, we're real hungry, you know, can we get something to eat? And they went out and they're like, yeah, do you want some burgers? Yeah, sweet. They came back with 4 bags full of burgers from Burger King, just for our room. Left the room for about 2 minutes and came back, and they were gone. Right? Pretty sure Ben Liu walked into my room and ate all my burgers. And I'm talking about over 30 burgers. He was hiding them. I could see them seeping through his neck. You know
yeah,
what
he
I mean?
smelled like cheeseburger when he walked past me a few times, I'm sure.
I'm telling you, when he was trying to break me and my opponent up, I could smell it on his gloves. You know, I saw a bit of mustard on the side of his lip.
Oh, did it make you hungry after all that weight you cut?
It did. You know what? That's probably why when I walked out of the cage and walked out of the arena, I vomited on someone's shoes.
Oh, of course you would. Yeah, are you related to the doctor in that fucking Varna fight? Jesus Christ.
Nah, you know what? I think I'm related to Eddie Bravo in that sense. Walked out, had a big adrenaline dump.
Oh, wow. A hell of a way to get related to the guy, huh?
Hey, any way I could get into the family.
Hey, don't forget, June 7, 10th Planet JJ Melbourne comes alive with the arrival of the master, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Master, Eddie Bravo. June 7 in Melbourne, June 8, KMA in Liverpool. Check my Facebook page, go to Frank Barker, or you can go to 10th Planet JJ Melbourne on Facebook and check it out. It's on the seminar poster. Get up to date. We have a couple of spots left for the seminar. If anyone's interested in coming down and taking Eddie's seminar, either in Melbourne on the 7th or in Sydney on the 8th.
How many people will be in the seminar? Like, how many is it closed off to?
About 75.
That's a big seminar. And you've already got most of it filled up?
Yeah, we have a lot of people coming. So, but there are a few spots here and there. So, if you want to make it to Melbourne, we do have a couple of spots available. So get on it as soon as possible.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Get some pics as well.
Sorry, I missed that. I couldn't get that, man.
Get some pictures, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, without a doubt. It's getting covered by a friend of mine, Fiona Welsh, I think her name is, and Gumboots Photography. She's going to be covering the event, so there's going to be some professional photos on my Facebook page, so don't worry, we'll be sharing it with the world, trust me.
All right, that's awesome, man. Just get me some film of that butterfly guard to rubber guard transition.
Please inbox me on Facebook, please, Mo, in a day, because I'll probably forget because I'm so super busy. So please remind me and I'll shoot it and I'll get it up to you, and then you can put your little bit of love on it, okay?
Yeah, so that I can do it on my fight on 14 June.
Oh, you better get on it. You better be butterflying everybody, your grandma, your auntie, your cousin. Just stick those butterflies in and start sweeping, bro, by the time you get this.
Mohammed, honest question, are you nervous?
Nah.
You're not?
No?
You should probably be pretty nervous.
Why should I?
Because nerves are a good thing. Nerves always get you ready. Nerves mean you care.
I don't know. I think maybe when I'm there, but even when I'm there, I'll be like, hey, everyone, like everyone I know and everyone will be speaking to me. So, yeah.
What about have you given up smoking yet, mate? Have you given up smoking, mate? Get that second lung working again?
Nope, I'm still smoking, bro.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're going to do this on one lung. That's amazing. I'm impressed.
Listen, just a suggestion. When you because I have to pee a lot before my fights, right? every time you feel like going to the bathroom and peeing, pee. Because once your music hits, you're not peeing anymore. And if you pee again, then it's not a good sign.
You're probably unconscious if you pee again.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I try and pee and shit as much as I can in case I get knocked the fuck out. And I think about that too. You know?
Wow.
All right. I take that advice.
I see, like, you got to remember, anything can happen in a fight. There's some things you cannot prevent in a fight. Like, if you get knocked out, sometimes it happens. If you get tapped out, sometimes it happens. And that's something you got to realize as a fighter. As confident as you go into a fight, you got to realize as a fighter, anything can happen. And if you don't accept that, then when you're in deep waters, you're not going to know how to work your way out of it. You know? So prevent what you can. So piss and shit as much as you can.
Wow.
You know? So you got nothing left. That's some advice for you.
That's some professional advice by Mr.
Because,
Suman.
hey,
There you go.
Hey,
So do you have like pissing and shitting drills? Like when you get your, do you line up your boys against the wall and go, all right,
I don't know.
here we go,
I'll piss at least.
on 3,
I'll piss 5
defecate.
times.
Is that how you do it? How do you do it?
No,
How do you
but-
prepare for this?
Okay,
Yeah.
I know the story. The story was when in UFC Singapore, when before Tariq Safadin actually fought Hyun Gyu Lim, he had bottles and cups all lined up for him just for him to pee. And by the time he went out the ring to fight Hyun Gyu Lim, there was like 8 or to 9 cups that was filled with his pee. So
Yeah, because when you replenish your body and on the fight day, you're drinking so much water. That water's gonna come out eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you gotta remember, let's not forget when Chuck Liddell got knocked out by Rashad Evans, he shit himself.
yeah.
Really?
So we don't want that to happen.
All right.
Not saying it will happen to you, but I'm just saying the last thing you want is for you to throw a kick and feel a little turtle pop out of your ass. You know what I
A
mean?
little turtle. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man. Do you swallow them when they're babies? How the fuck does that happen? Jesus
I never,
Christ.
I never swallow.
Oh. Oh my God. All right, so I was going to ask you something else, Muhammad. I was
Yeah,
gonna ask
sure.
you something else. How about this advice, Muhammad? Seriously, listen.
Okay.
Circle right, jab, leg kick, circle right, jab, shoot, single, go to straight to side control, drop an elbow, full mount, drop some bombs, and go for the spinning armbar. Baby, that's your game plan. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
All
Do
right.
it.
All right.
Has your opponent fought before?
Yep, he fought twice actually. He
And
in
what-
his first fight he broke his arm because he posted his arm out when he got the takedown, so the arm just snapped.
What weight is this fight at?
He's 56, I think.
What weight are you? Is that your walking weight?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And do you know if he cuts much?
I don't think we're gonna cut. We're just gonna fight it out. So
Okay,
at 50 plus.
because I think Frank's game plan is pretty good. Because if he's broken his arm once before, then he's gonna get pretty scared about that arm the second time.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know about this guy is he's a brawler and he's a slugger and he will come out with that right hand swinging. So
That's why you got to circle right, baby boy. Don't go circling left. Stay away from that right hand.
Yep.
I'm telling you, jab, leg kick, circle right, shoot on that single, take him down, get to full mount, drop your elbows. He'll give you that arm, because they all do, and then bam! You spin like a champion, you get that arm bar, and you hold your arms up, and you go, 10th planet, baby! You shoot me up a 10, and I swear to God, man, I'll be so happy, man. I'll send you something nice. I don't know, man.
nah,
Fucking a rashi
you
or
just
something.
you just break down my fight. That's all I need.
If things
Oh,
are going
dude.
wrong, Mohammed, if
Uh-huh.
things are going wrong, kick him in
Clinch.
the nuts.
Clinch.
No,
Clinch.
you're allowed one shit go per round. You're allowed. Listen, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Exactly.
So kick him in-
Look at
kick him
John
in-
Jones, the biggest finger banger in the business.
There you go.
He must practice that shit. He must line them all up and just like bang, bang, bang. He must
him
just
in a
shove
nuts
his fingers. Shove his fingers. Do you reckon he has his dudes like wear goggles so he can practice like finger banging them in the face? Man, that'd be awesome, dude. He'd have to
Would've been
drill it. He's so good at it. He's so good at it. He's got to be drilling it for sure.
His wife must love him.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Suman. Oh, I'm trying to keep it clean. I say finger bang, you go south straight away. Jesus Christ.
Like what?
This is a family show, man. We're trying to freaking reach the masses, bro. We're trying to keep our jobs, and you're gonna bring his wife into it. Oh.
All right, man. When you're talking about family show, I remembered there was this time Henzo Gracie was caught public assault. You heard the news?
Yeah, man. Was that legit or what? Was that legit?
Yeah, it was legit. He got caught. So the thing was, what was on my mind was that, so which is better for family oriented audience, public assault on the streets or the usage of weed?
Well, weed is a medicine. I mean, I don't understand your questioning. I mean, have you read the reports? I mean, are you still, there's only been one reported death, and you know how that happened, right?
Yep.
It fell on the guy. It was about a ton of weed fell on this poor dude, right? That's the only recorded death, bro. Other than that, it's a medicine, dude. You should do your research, man, before you start throwing that around like it's something nasty.
Nah, it's meant to be a joke, man. It's always been about Gracie versus 10 Planet, isn't it?
No way. The Gracies love 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu. It's just a few Gracies don't. It's not everyone, dude. Hey, listen, don't forget the Gracie history. There's lots of families, bro. I mean, it's not all just one family, dude. Like, there's lots of families, man. Don't worry. I mean, we can get into that another day. But yeah, there's a big steeped history of the Gracies, man. There's lots of branches, dude. It's not just the main hitters that you hear about every day. It actually goes way deeper than that.
Yeah, and there were news about Kron condemning Horian Gracie. If I'm not wrong, it's Horian, or the Gracie's breakdown, the Gracie's University.
Yeah, man. There's been talk about that too. Like, there's a lot of negativity from some people, and Kron's just saying that that's not the route that he would take. Clearly.
Nah, nobody should take that route, man.
I don't like the whole internet jiu-jitsu shit.
Yeah, but listen, wait. Can I just say something about it real
Yep.
quick? Listen, Suman, I understand what you mean. Muhammad, I understand what you mean. I really do. I understand where Kron's coming from. But their defense, they're good at it. Their defense is that, look, what about if you live in an igloo in the Antarctic, right, and you have to learn jiu-jitsu, you ain't going to find one down the street. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so,
true.
in that situation, would you rather that guy do nothing? Or would you rather that guy go, you know what, I'm with Gracie University, I'm training my ass off, and I'm going to do everything they tell me to do, and I'm going to do it at the level that they expect me to do it at. I'm going to push myself, I'm going to study hard, and I'm going to make the best of a bad situation. Yes, I am for that guy learning it that way, yes. But if you know that there are schools around you, but you choose to go through the Gracie University, and they know by his address that he's got like 18 schools in a 20-kilometer radius, he should be getting his lazy ass there. That's when I don't agree with it.
Nah, whatever it is, I just don't agree giving belts out online. Yeah, I don't mind them teaching techniques like you did your demonstration and everything, but you don't give belts out online, man. Like, come on, you have to roll with that fucker before you can give something.
I'm constantly looking on YouTube and watching 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. I'm watching Submissions 101, I'm watching so much shit. Not shit. I'm watching so much stuff on YouTube, and I'm trying to learn off the internet as well as I'm doing my work on the mats. But that's what gets it to me. I don't come to my instructor and say, listen, I've been doing all this YouTube studying. I think you should probably promote me and give me my brown belt now. I think the way to get your belt is the hours you put in on the mat. I understand that you can learn the techniques off the internet, which is fine, 100%. But do you think that anyone can earn a black belt and never have rolled?
No way.
Exactly, man.
That's what happens, these guys kind of buy their way through it and then call themselves jiu-jitsu black belts, but then they get
but that's never going to work out, bro. But listen, Suman, I know you don't agree with it. I mean, Muhammad, I understand you don't either, and I don't. But, dude, do you really think guys like that are going to make it? Really?
No,
how good are they going to do? How long until that catches up with them? Dude, when people come on the forum on 10planetjiu-jitsu.com, 10planetjj.com on Eddie's forum, there's a Nibiru forum. And man, when there's someone that looks suspect comes on, like they're not using their name or they're not registered their actual name, where they're from, where they train, their belt rank. Like, they have to register all those things so we take them legitimately. Mate, no one survives, dude. As soon as someone's onto you, that person's running for the hills. They're going to the Atama Forum or fucking the Underground or some shit where they can hide behind your mama's tit, you know, that's their ticker.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you know? It catches up with you, bro. Lies have short legs. My father-in-law taught me some time ago.
I did say people that are fakes always end up getting caught. Like they
Yeah,
get your lies catch up to you eventually.
Yes.
Now, but that doesn't mean that some of these guys that I've watched some stupid fucking instructionals on YouTube, and I've watched them just for fun, you know, just looking at this instructor saying, "What the fuck is he teaching?" You know what I mean? And I think that's where it kind of goes wrong. So what these guys are gonna do, they're gonna learn off this Gracie Academy, never roll, grab their friend and say, let's make another instructional video. And it's because they've never actually handled someone else's body, but they think they've got the knowledge of doing it without actually doing it on someone, on a physical person, then they teach the wrong thing. And it becomes like a cycle. So
A vicious cycle, yep.
it turns into a dirty cycle of they learn something which is right, but they never put it to use. So what they do is they might not do it the correct way because they've never done it on a person, and they might teach it to someone else. And then, you know what? The reality of it is, if you teach someone else and then they want this black belt who got their belt off the internet turns around and gives someone else a blue belt, it fucks up the whole criteria. Now, I don't like to rip on other martial arts, but there's a lot of like other martial arts that give belts easy.
McDojos.
Yeah, McDojos. They give them easy, whether it's karate or whether it's Kyokushin or even jiu-jitsu or whatever it is. It's starting to get really bad, and I don't want BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or 10th planet Jiu-Jitsu or anything to come out. How upset do you get, Frank, when you see guys posing as 10th planet Jiu-Jitsu guys? Like, I know that upsets you. So imagine when these guys go and they try and teach other guys this incorrect 10th planet Jiu-Jitsu. It's the same thing as this Gracie Academy. They learn it off the internet, but they're not learning it right because they're not doing it on a person. They're just studying it online. You know, this is a physical sport. You can study it for as much as you want, but you're not going to master it until you do it on an actual person.
Yeah, it's all about pressure testing circumstances. That's what you're saying, Suman. It's about putting them, mate. I put myself in those situations like every day, 7 days a week, man. Like 4 or 5 rolls a day. Like, Jesus Christ, and it's so hard. You know, how can you give a belt to anyone at all without going through that same fire? I think it's what everyone needs to do, and that's what you're defending right now. So that's what I get of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I want to move on to ONE FC now. Frank, you want to stay on?
Oh, dude, I'd love to, but I have no idea about that. So I'm going to go because it's really late and my beautiful lady is probably wondering what I'm doing. So thanks for having me again, guys. Remember, please hit me up on Facebook. Maybe put a... Hey, Mo, here's an idea. Could you put my Facebook name or tag me, usually tag me anyway.
Yep.
Maybe a link to 10thplanetjjmelbourne.com or even to Eddie's 10thplanetjj.com. If you could put a little link just underneath when you load this up with the timestamps at the bottom, if you don't mind, so then people can just hit me up if they got questions. That'll be the easiest way.
Sure, man.
All right, that's beautiful. Thanks again for having me. It's been awesome. Suman, I hope you're doing well. I hope you get better, dude. Mohammed, thanks again, man, and keep training hard. And to all the fans out there, I can't wait to get back to Singapore. You know, Rebel FC, it's close to my heart. I love calling those fights. I think we're almost set on a date for July 30 and the time for the seminar, the first 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu official seminar in Singapore. That's going to be massive, so listen out for that. Mohammed's going to drop that date and time and venue ASAP. So thanks for your support, your continued love and support for 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. It's very close to me, and we're growing stronger every day, and it's all part of that whole family worldwide that's pushing for us. So I really appreciate the opportunity to do this, and enjoy the rest of the show, boys. Thank you.
All right, man. See you, man. All right, so Frank is out. Suman, do you know anything about ONE FC this week?
Do I want to know anything about it? Yeah, man. I know the fucking I know a bit, but I don't really want to know much about it.
All
Like,
right.
you know what? But I'll talk about it. I'll talk. That's rude of me. I'm actually the person I'm most looking forward to seeing, the fight that I'm looking forward to seeing fight is Eddie and Vincent.
Really?
You know, yeah, I'm actually really excited to see that fight. I don't know why. I seen a bit of trash talking on the net. I'm really excited to see that. Obviously, I'm really excited to see Hanario versus Jada Babala. Can't say his name. And I really want to see the fight between Bruno and Major. I seen Major he wrote in an interview, he's been doing MMA since Bruno was a kid. You know, so I saw that. And obviously, we got the Nick Harris versus Brad Robinson grudge match, rematch happening. So there's a fight. I know Stephen Langdown
Uh-huh.
fighting. I know I've spoken to Stephen before. Even before I met him in when he was a rebel in May's Corner. I don't know, randomly he started following me on Instagram. I followed him back. Real nice guy. I've spoken to him on Facebook, I think, once ages ago. Very nice guy, very determined guy. Hopefully he gets the win too. I think he's like 2-0 or 3-0 now. He's the first professional MMA fight from. Sorry, I'm still a bit sick. He's the first professional MMA fighter from Sylvia's gym.
Yep.
Now they got May as well, so Stephen as well. Hopefully he gets the win. Nice guy, young guy as well. So looking forward to seeing that as well.
Okay, I'm going to tell you my predictions. Nick Harris versus Brett Robinson. Brett's going to win it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Nick. I like Nick, and you know what, Nick will put it on the line and everything, but I just think Brad's got a bit too much tools in his arsenal, especially when it comes to the wrestle and things like that.
Yep, basically, for Steven and Casey, I think it's too early for Steven to fight someone of Casey's level. So even though it will be a good experience for him, but I think Casey's gonna win it easily by submission.
I don't know much about Casey, to be honest. But I know that Steven is more of a stand-up guy. He really likes to stand up, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes with Casey's ground.
All right, then moving on, evolves Radim Rahman versus Raymond Tan. Radim's gonna win Raymond by any way he wants.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. What gym's Raymond from?
Penang top team.
Yeah, nah. I'm not saying anything about Penang top team, but the Evolve guys usually just always have, I won't say a trick up their sleeve, I'll say they've always got a nice fight.
Nice, nice fight.
Yeah, they've got a nice fight. You know, they got some guys. They got some good guys. They got prepared guys, but the nicest way I'll say it, they're not fighting anyone up their level.
All right. Moving on. Ellen Galani versus Chi Luis Perry. I've seen Chi Luis Perry. I know that if I told you about one spinning kick knockout in ONE FC, have you seen that?
Nah.
There's one big spinning kick knockout is by Ellen Galani. Yeah, it's from a heavyweight.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and he's a pure kickboxer, but I think he's gonna lose with Chi Luis Perry because Ellen Galani has no grappling prowess whatsoever. Moving on, Ji Xian versus Tan Vu. Tan Vu's from Australia?
Yeah. He actually trains locally, like maybe 10 minutes away from my gym. He trains at MAD, Martial Arts Development. And I think Tran Vu is 3-3 now.
Yep.
His record. Tran actually lost a few years right before he got into ONE FC. He actually had a semi-professional bout that didn't go on his record against one of our guys that train at our gym now, Shane Parker, and Tran got thrown from side to side in this ring. Just got tossed around, you know. I don't see Tran getting the win here.
Yeah, me too. So Ji Xian is gonna take the win. Okay, this is the most interesting one. Bruno Pucci and Major overall. You know that Bruno actually beat Rafael Mendez in a no-gi bout.
Yeah, man. That's legit. But this is MMA.
Yeah.
Let's remember, this is MMA. I've never trained with Major. My brother has trained with Major. He said that Major's a tough grappler, and if he had to put like I don't even know if he knew what belt he was, but my brother goes, if you had to put something on him, you would say he's a very, very strong purple belt, you know. But at the same time, he said he's extremely strong on the ground, like as in strength wise, and it will be something for Bruno to deal with. But I think if this fight hits the floor, that Bruno's got the win. I think his control is too much. I think we'll see him win this fight by rear naked choke.
Yeah, I think Bruno's gonna win it as well. I'm just hoping Major put something on the highlight reel as how he has promised in his interview. Next up, Karas Fodor versus Willie Nee. If you don't know anything about Willie Nee, he has not won for the last 8 years.
Yeah, Karas Fedor, we know he had a fight in the UFC.
Yeah.
He beat a guy that I know, Tommy Yang.
Yep.
You know, and Tommy Yang's legit, man. Tommy Yang is an extremely strong grappler. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. And he's a brawler. You know, I think it was a bit too soon for Tommy Yang to fight a guy at Karas Fedor's level. But Karas legit too. I think it's going to be an easy walkthrough for Karas against Willie Nee.
Yeah, basically it's an easy walkthrough fight. Moving on, I think this could be the fight of the night.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
Honorio Benario versus Jadamba. Jadamba is damn legit. Even though he's just coming back from injury, he beat Adrian Pang, he beat Yu Chil Nam. Honorio Benario has just come back from 2 decisive knockout by Koji Oishi. But we know Honorio has a very good reach jab game, but I think Jadamba's just gonna take it.
Man, I think any guy that can beat fucking Adrian Pang is legit. You know, Adrian Pang is a beast. I don't know if many people have seen him fight. He's one of Australia's premier fighters, and Jadamba got a decision against him, and I'm gonna go for Jadamba here. I don't. Who would be the favorite in this situation?
Jadamba should be the favorite in this situation.
I'm gonna go for Jadamba here, because based on that, because I know how tough Adrian Pang is, and I know Jadamba's been out for a while, but beating guys at that level, man, he's only 8-3 like Canario as well.
Yes.
See, Adrian Pang has had, I think, something like 30 MMA fights, nearly 30 MMA fights, man, and he fought him 9 fights into his career, or 8 fights into his career, and that's pretty legit, man. Going in there fearless with a guy like Adrian Pang, so. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him there.
Yeah, and Jadamba's first fight was with Kid Yamamoto in 2004.
And that was when Kid Yamamoto was like a beast.
Yes.
You know, Kid Yamamoto now is like washed up. So, but like back in his day, Yamamoto was the man.
And moving on, Eddie Ng versus Vincent Latoul. If you don't know much about Vincent Latoul, he's a pure stand-up, mostly pure stand-up kickboxer. He got into some trouble. He's pretty tough. He got into some trouble with Folayang in his last fight, but Folayang didn't get to finish him. I think Eddie's gonna finish him on the ground this time.
Yeah, Eddie the Magician.
Yep.
Yeah, I see Eddie finishing this fight. I think it could be an exciting fight, but I think that from Vincent's part, there's a bit more talking, and I think Eddie's just gonna come out and get the win, and it will come on the floor.
And finally, the main event of the evening.
Should be on the prelim card.
All right. Let's not talk about who's gonna win, because everybody knows who's gonna win. Let's talk about is it going to end by decision, TKO, or submission?
I think we're gonna see a second round ground and pound or choke TKO.
Yep, that's what I thought.
I think that. I don't think that he's going to come in there and grind it. If he comes in and grinds out a win, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. Please come into a new ring and fucking do something. You know, you've got a new start. Please, for the love of God, do something, you know. I think he's going to come out there and get a second round TKO, ground and pound, or choke him out. Or maybe rear naked choke or something in the second round. Hopefully that's what he does. But I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I've seen a few of Bakhtiar's fights on YouTube, and he gets taken down very easily by low-level grapplers. So Ben Askren's not gonna have any trouble, other than Victor Chui saying that it's the most toughest fight Ben Askren is gonna be in ever. Ah, what the fuck.
Victor must have fought back there. Or he must have had like a hard negotiation with him and thought, hey, this is legit. Yeah.
Alright, so the number 8 on Fight Matrix, number 8 welterweight on Fight Matrix fights the number 132 middleweight.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and it makes fucking sense. And if Ben Askren win, he's gonna fight Suzuki next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Let's just say let's look forward to the card after this.
Yeah, let's look forward to the card after this. The card after this has not been quite good as well, but yeah.
Where is that? 'Cause
Jakarta.
that looks- oh, that's in Jakarta, because that looks like a pretty boring card too. You know?
Other than Mikinio, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm hoping for Rob and Koji, man. Like, let's do it. Come on.
Coach is running scared.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, you haven't heard him put his fucking hand up, have you?
Nope.
Yeah, how many people? You know what? I like, if I have someone on Facebook, right? If I'm a 1FC fighter and I'm a 1FC featherweight, and I see someone write that, I'll be like, you know what? Hey, this guy keeps calling me out. I'm gonna stand up and say something, you know? And I know for a fact, Rob has a lot of 1FC fighters, bantamweights and shit, that are on his Facebook, and he keeps calling them out. And you know who answers him? Nobody.
Oh.
Nobody answers him back. You know, nobody wants the fight, and I can understand why no one wants to fight. But you would think that someone in this whole 1FC featherweight roster would have a bit of pride to say, you know what, fuck, I want to fight this guy. I want to show him that I'm the man, you know? But no one's doing that. And I know that so many guys have him on Facebook. Look, there's the status.
Yep.
Please read it. Come on, why is...
Why is every fucking featherweight scared to fight? Just sign the contract, collect your money, and I'll break your face. Win-win for everyone.
There you go. If someone wrote that, I'll take that as like, even if it's not directly at me, if he's talking about fucking featherweight, you would take it personal. And you know what? Rob wants them to take it personal. He hopes that these messages work, and he wonders why no one in the featherweight division of 1FC have any sack to fight him, or one person to comment on his status and say, you know what, I want to fight you. No one does it. You know, everyone, please, no one does it. And you know, it would be like, I can understand why, but you would think someone would do it. If I'm a Rebel FC fighter, a professional, and some dickhead came out, whoever it was, you know, whoever they've signed in their thing, and like, say they weren't doing a tournament, and Miguel Torres or Tobin or someone came out and said, you know, hey, one featherweight, step up and fight me. You know, and no one started answering. I'll be like, you know what? Here, this is my chance to jump in and steal your line. Like, I'll jump in and fight. You know? But no one's doing it. And there's so many tough guys in that 1FC roster. Like, why won't anyone do it? Because they're scared. But, like, how long can you run and hide from? If you fight for that belt. Go for it, you know? No one's screaming for it like Rob is, you know?
Yeah, man. It's getting harder to get excited about 1FC now, but they are like the only major promotion in Asia. So I don't know, man.
Bit of news. Did you hear a bit about Pro FC last night?
Yeah, the Will Chop lost.
Yeah, man.
That's fucking sucks for Rebel, isn't it?
Yeah, that really sucks for Rebel. You know?
I don't know the Korean, man. I didn't even watch the fight yet.
I haven't even watched the fight either, but I'm not gonna say I didn't see it coming.
Really?
Yeah.
You know the Korean?
No, I didn't know him.
Okay.
I know Will.
Okay. And Will's fighting on the same card as me as well.
Yeah, man, like, I don't know, like, I think that he just kind of was too eager to throw himself back into the ring. I think that he needed to kind of...
Take a step back, relax.
Yeah, take a step back, relax. I think he's organized a bit too much for himself to handle right now. I know that he likes to fight pretty often, and that's what he used to do. But you know, he came out, he got released from the UFC, came out, booked himself on the Pro FC, booked himself on the Optimum Beatdown, booked himself onto Rebel FC. It's a lot for you to handle. You know what I mean? And that's what I base it off. I think I base it off, like, he had a good run of fights. I think he won 14 or 15 in a row before he made it to the UFC. Not top level opponents, but he made it to the UFC, and then he just thought, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing again. When really he should have been wiser about the matchup choices off the bat. You know, Rebel's a pretty big fight, and I don't know if you saw the interview, but he said that he was gonna quite easily walk through the guys in the Rebel FC tournament.
Really?
Yeah, and I saw that, and I thought it was a bit of overconfidence from Will, and I just didn't get a good vibe from it when I watched the video. Like, I watched the video, and I thought to myself, man, I think you're taking these guys a bit too lightly. He versed a guy that was 2-1 on the weekend, and he lost a unanimous decision. Said he wasn't there, but I think he just wasn't mentally all there even before the fight. You know, I think that he just thinks, oh, I just fought in the UFC. These guys aren't up to that level. When in reality, he hadn't beaten anyone at a UFC level. You know, until you beat some of the best guys, you can't really talk like that. I know some people would say, oh yeah, but like I throw a lot of cocky comments out and things like that, but I think that was probably the time where Will should have just taken a step back and been like, you know what, I got released from the UFC. I'm just here to do my job. I'm here to do the best that I could do. But if you watch, it's on YouTube. If you watch the interview, he comes out and he says, yeah, man, I think that I'm just gonna meet Miguel Torres or Ashita in the final. He didn't even talk about his own opponent. He was just like, yeah, I think I'm going to walk through these guys. He said it like 3 times. I think I'm going to walk through these guys quite easily. I think I'm going to walk through these guys quite easily. And I thought that it was a bit overconfidence from Will. And I think that he's looked past opponents. And that's kind of why I saw it. I think it's not good to book too many things in advance. I think it's good to book one thing and go towards it. Because if you book 1 or 2 things, in the back of your mind, you're thinking about other things. He had this fight booked at Pro FC. Then he's got Ultimate Beatdown, and then he's got Rebel FC. I think that he looked past this guy that he was fighting. I think that that's what it comes down to. He just didn't give that guy the respect, and kind of he hasn't given the respect to the guy. I know he's a respectful guy, and Will's a really nice guy, but I think that he's just looking past too many opponents.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's the overconfidence factor of a fighter, isn't it?
UFC can do that to you.
Yeah. All right, man. What do you have this week?
This week, Friday, I was meant to be fighting.
Yeah.
But now we got Muhammad Alavi, who is fighting for the Australian kickboxing title. Yeah, he's fighting
on Star Wars card.
Yeah, he's the main event.
Wow.
He was always the main event. Muhammad Alavi, who you see fighting, the one I'm speaking about, he actually, he's, when I was speaking about my own opponent before, the new opponent that I may have in June, he's the one who lost to my opponent. And he's a really talented fighter. He's a national level, there he is at the top right of the poster. He's a national level Iranian wrestler. He's a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is a beast. He's got cardio for days. He throws some of the most crazy axe kicks, and he's got power in his hands. And he's had, I think, like 6 or 7 fights now. And the only loss he's ever had was against that guy that I'm fighting in June. So it'll be pretty good to get one back for Muhammad. You know, he's a good friend of mine and he's a tough guy. So hopefully he comes out and pulls this win out. The guy that he's fighting, Costa Balabanov, I can't say these names again. Costa he and him have actually had a fight before. Muhammad took the fight on like 3 days' notice. Muhammad fights, you know, at 70 kilos for MMA. Fought him at fought Costa on 3 days' notice at like 75, and he actually beat Costa. And Costa was like 8-1, I think his record was 8-1 or 8-2, and Muhammad came in there and whooped the fuck out of him, and it was a massive upset. And his crowd, he had a huge crowd there, and everyone went nuts. So this promoter has come out and said that he's doing the rematch again because it was such an exciting fight, and it was such a well-even fight, but Muhammad just took over. So he's looking for this fight, and it's gonna be a cracker of a fight. And yeah, don't miss it, man. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, man.
I got that, and then on Saturday night, I've got 2 other people. I've got a girl from my gym. I got Amira. Amira, she's fighting her first kickboxing fight, her first Muay Thai fight. Sorry. We got Amira, and we've got Raymart as well. Razor Raymart. He's a young guy from our gym, and Raymart is 4-0 or 5-0. And Raymart's had over a year off. He hasn't fought in about a year and a half. Because he's only 18, he hasn't fought in about a year and a half because he just got a pretty major shoulder reconstruction, and this kid is the ultimate leg breaker. He's had, I think, from his 4 fights, he's ended 2 of them via TKO leg stoppage, and he's broken 2 guys' legs. This kid, when he kicks you, he hurts you. If he kicks your legs, he's doing damage. If he kicks your head, he's putting you to sleep. And he's just a tough, aggressive kid, came from a karate background and just leaps in with those kicks and spinning back kicks and knocks his opponents out. He's one to watch out for. He's fighting this Saturday as well, and then he's fighting for the Australian title 3 weeks after. Him and Trent are both fighting for Mod Thai Australian titles the week after, a couple weeks after.
Wow, it's a pretty busy week for you, but I want to know what's up with this yoga. What yoga are you doing?
Bikram Yoga.
What is that?
It's like Bikram Yoga is like yoga in a sauna. You know, so it's extremely hot. It's extremely sweaty, and it's actually really hard. You know, it's an awesome workout. And I tried it out with some of the boys from the gym. We kind of all, like 5-6 of us, got together and we were like, yeah, let's do some Bikram Yoga. And we got together and we did it. Man, it was really cool. It was really awesome. I've never sweated like that in my life, you know. And kind of I'm not a flexible guy. You know what I mean? I'm not a flexible guy, so it really helps with my breathing, my flexibility, and things like that. It's a great workout, building a great sweat, and it was real cool. So I'm doing it again tomorrow morning with the boys.
So you can do something like this?
Oh, that's what they kind of try and make you do. They kind of try and make you do that, but I haven't gotten to the point yet. There's one with a girl. Oh yeah, there's one right now. To the right. Yeah, that one.
All right.
It nearly fell flat on my face.
This one?
Yeah. I did that one. And I swear, and she's like, yeah, pull your leg up higher. And you see, the thing is, you see the leg that's on the floor. You're meant to really straighten that and tense that foot out. And then the other leg, you're meant to try and bend it up pretty much over your head. I bent it too far, and I nearly broke my nose on the. It was a scary experience, but it's actually a real cool workout. I really enjoyed it. I think it's really going to help me in my fights, especially with my flexibility, my breathing, my cardio, and help me keep my weight down as well. So it's a kind of a new form of thing that I'm going to implement really into my training camps. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, man, it's cool. Like, as much as people look at the pictures and think that it looks a bit weird and things like that, it's trust me, it's not as easy as some people would think, or doing stretches in a sauna and things like that. It's actually very hard, and I think it really could improve a lot in my overall game.
I
my
think it would
flexibility.
improve the jiu-jitsu game, bro.
Yeah, in my jiu-jitsu game, but I can't kick like over my hip. You know what I mean? Nah, actually, I can kick a bit, but like my dream is to like kind of do like all those. You know, I see some guys. I've kicked people in the head, but I've never been able to do one of those kicks. You know when someone kicks and they kick over your head?
Uh-huh.
You know, that flexibility is what I'm talking about. That crazy. Look that one. Whoa. You see those two girls in between each other? Wait. Go
Wait.
up.
Up.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
one?
Yes. See that? That's some crazy shit. You know? If I got some flexibility like that, I could do some crazy spinning kicks and some crazy shit like that. It's awesome.
Oh, dude, I think you are the first ever gym to do Bikram Yoga for your fighters.
Nah, well, actually, yeah, probably. I told a lot of other people who were doing Bikram Yoga and they looked at me a bit funny, but it's actually really awesome. I'll probably cop a bit of shit from Ash about that. But, you know, me and him have spoken. He's doing some things in his camp that he's not telling me about. I've got nothing to hide. I'm doing Bikram Yoga, Ash. What do you got? He's gonna go all GSP and he's like, oh, if Suman's doing Bikram Yoga, I'm gonna do Bikram Yoga. or maybe not. What's he gonna do? You know, I've got that over you. I've got some Bikram Yoga over you, and he's got about 1 million TRX exercises over me. You know, I see all these crazy TRX exercises that Sean does.
Yep.
I'm watching. Yeah, there we go.
Let's go.
You fucking fit motherfuckers. Yeah,
Let's go.
look at that shit. Like doing speed training and shit. The fuck is that? Like I'm watching that shit. I'm like, all right. I get the point.
Uh-huh.
Look at him running around.
Yeah.
That is a determined man. That is a man who doesn't give a fuck. But
Uh-huh.
listen, seriously, stop cutting short on your burpees. Watching those burpees, and we call them girl burpees in the gym. Alright, when you do a burpee, you do it like a sprawl. You push your hips forward. I don't care if there is elastic. You know what, Sean? Give me Ash for a day. Let me train him. Let me train. Nah, Ash is a cool guy. I can't wait to fight with Ash, a rebel. You know, it'll be a cool experience. But he's definitely doing more than I'm doing.
Definitely.
Nah. I'm doing my training. I'm getting ready.
Look at that. Even Sean is running.
Man, Sean's sweating. Sean hasn't sweated like that in about 4 years. Oh shit, he's about to fall. You know how funny it would be right now? I've seen this video. Every time I watch it, I kept thinking, how funny would it be if he runs too far out and just falls, and like falls backwards? Because we have one of these cords at our gym, and I always warn the guys. I'm like, do not fall. I'm like, watch your step when you're going backwards. You know? So I was just hoping that he falls, but doesn't injure himself. It just would have been funny for me to watch. Yeah.
And this was taken today. Speed training.
Speed training.
Yep.
Do it, Ash. You know what? I feel like I'm not training because I'm not putting videos of myself up. I put a photo of myself from like 4 years ago, like 2 years ago up. That's about it. I'm gonna start putting some fucking. I'm gonna start putting. What's he doing? What's he writing? Sexual harassment in yoga. I saw that.
Yeah, Bikram Yoga.
All right. Let's not go off this guy because this guy's a tool. The person doing my class was a chick, and she knew her stuff, and she yelled at me, and I got real scared.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You got scared of a chick?
Bro, are you gonna hit a chick?
No.
Right, especially when you're bent in ways where your body shouldn't move. You're gonna shit yourself if a woman is screaming in your fucking ear.
Alright, I actually got this news 2 weeks ago. And ONE FC Taiwan. And that's fucking huge, dude.
Is it?
Because the thing is, Taiwan compared to whatever other places like Singapore and Malaysia, Taiwan, there's a lot of money involved. if you want to
Oh,
hold.
really?
Yeah, you want to hold something in Taiwan. So holding it in Taiwan is really big for ONE FC. And I know a few fighters who are already on the card.
You wanna reveal some?
Nah, I can't. I can't even reveal that it's on Taiwan until the Fight Nation reveal it. So that's the place I am right now. It's kind of sucks.
Are you gonna not reveal it because you're worried ONE FC might send you a message, or
Nah, I have mutual agreements with fighters not revealing them. So I don't want to get them in trouble. So that's the thing. But ONE FC in Taiwan will be good. Hopefully we get some good fights on there as well.
yeah, hopefully. Well, if you could see the post that you've got on the wall, Rob Lisita shared it and said, "Oh shit, this is gonna be big." So
Yeah.
let's hope we see Rob Lisita on it.
Yep, let's hope we see Rob Lisita on it. Anything else you want to say on the show before I cut it out? This is the shortest show I think we had for a long time.
I won't keep you guys around for too long, but no. You know what? I actually don't have much to say.
Yeah, that's
You know,
great.
I've actually just been real sick for the past fucking 2 weeks. I'm still sick now. I'm like
From your diarrhea?
Nah, diarrhea had gone like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But nah, I got a really nasty chest infection, and I came down with a pretty bad flu that kept me bedridden for a while. Hey, is that Shunichi Shimizu?
Yep.
Yeah, Shunichi. Is he like gonna fight again soon?
He just got cut from UFC.
Yeah, I know. I know a guy who wants to fight him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. Like, I'm waiting for a promoter to take it up, but I know a guy who wants to fight him, and I asked the promoter for it, but he never really got back to me. But because I know that he's in the Asian market, and I know someone who really wanted to beat the crap out of him.
Wow. Really? Like I met Shimizu twice, 3 times, and he's a really nice guy. So I don't know.
He's a incredibly nice guy.
Yeah.
I know this, but this guy is pretty adamant that, hey, someone get me a fight with him.
Okay.
You know, so if Shunichi Shimizu wants to fight my brother, let's do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be awesome. The thing is, Shimizu is having an eye injury. I think he'll be back in August, so that'll be a good
Well,
time.
that's about a good time. So if any promoters are listening and you want to make that happen,
Rebel FC, Ashtan Mokthrarian versus Shunichi Shimizu. Let's get it on.
I
First
already
August.
I put it forward to Chad.
Yeah, let's do this. First
Yes.
August, let's go.
Let's go Shunichi Shimizu versus Ashtan Mokthrarian. I think it would be a good show.
Alright. Alright,
Yeah,
man.
but that's about it. So yeah.
Alright, man. See you next week. We'll come back with ONE FC Aftermath and UFC Aftermath as well. So,
Sweet. Thank you very much, bro. Good show.
alright. Thank you to you, man.
Bye.
Bye.